So I was working as a bag designer for about a year. And then around about a year ago is when I came across digital fashion.
I started to read about it. I Google it and look at this news and like, wow, it's like seems in real life.
You know, we know that the physical fashion industry is a huge polluter.
Now we're just playing with garments and fabrics, but we 100% want to bring in accessories, shoes, bags, like filters, auras, you know, all kinds of, you know, like this is just part one.
When we talk about fashion, it's a game. There's no rules. You can change rules every day, every hour.
Even if we end up with physical fashion, it's the digital fashion part of this process that can really help with sustainability.
Finally, like some freshness and some excitement, like being injected into an industry that is really traditional and really stuck, honestly.
Fashion is a play, and our life is play. So you can play with fabric, with textures, with details. You can play with everything.
If we look at the physical and the virtual worlds merging, they're going to merge in so many different ways. They're merging already.
Like you can open your cam and wear digital fashion. Why not? And it's about fun right now, but who knows how we will use it in future.
I'm an AR tailor. You can make a filter for you and you can take it into SnapLens or whatever.
So we like designed them and then collaborated on making the filter. And so you open Snap Camera, just paste the link of like the Snapchat code into Snap Camera, and you can wear them like for any calls, and they even move and have a bit of like gravity. So they were really fun.
In digital fashion, you can play with everything totally, because you can choose every material you want and you can choose any texture you want.
The fact that you can have a real runway and you can have a virtual runway, that is a point of merging.
We're humans and we always want to see it in real life. We want to touch it. We want to, I don't know, smell it and something like that. We want to feel it. And of course, it's so hard to feel 3D model, but AR can give you this experience.
So we want to consider looking at the tools that are available to the fashion industry constantly, because these are dictating the future of fashion and where it's going.
I just see it as a massive solution, at least partial solution, to sustainability in the industry.
What's really cool about this process, right, where we provide almost like the pieces and the palette for people, the co-creators will come and make the combinations.
The fact that we are digitizing the process of design and then we're going to make physical garments from that.
You still need a pretty like good computer and you still need to pay monthly subscriptions. So that's not free, but it's still a bit more open. Like now you don't have to pay thousands to like move to Paris. Like you can sit in your house from wherever you are, hopefully with a hopefully good internet connection, and like get started.
Could we create this like new type of industry or new type of role job, which is literally utility tailoring? So I'm a voxel tailor. You give me your dress, I'll voxelize it for you and you can take it.
Everyone's bringing their different experience and skills to the table. So it's just great to be a part of that.
So rather than us doing like, you know, the way typical industry works is like there's a runway shows and that determines the trends of the season, we're giving people this like open palette to come create the trends, and we're actually going to be doing a post mint analysis, which will be the trend report, right?
It goes much deeper. It goes about the community, about being open, and kind of like everyone's on the same level, like playing field now. Like it's not like a brand is now hiring a designer and hiding them in the closet. It's now like we're all on the same level, so you can collaborate or you're going to get left out.
So for season 1, for example, we had over 43,000 combinations. We're not expecting to mint out. This isn't like a mint out type of project, but rather it's like the combinations that do get made are a reflection of the community's trends, because it's going to be based on, okay, well, this is what everyone minted. So we see kind of a lot of popular with these colors or with these patterns, and these garments. And so, yeah, it kind of flips that process, really.
They were hosting scans for models because models don't really know what's happening to the model industry. If you give the model their 3D scan and then put the model entirely in charge of their scan and their profile, so they can choose how and where it's ever going to be used.
Who knows, maybe right now, somewhere in our planet, one young Elon Musk thinks like, digital fashion can do with this, and his things will be great, and everyone in whole world will think, yeah, like, yes.
The market is like constantly changing. Like right now, it's completely different than it was like a few months ago. So that's the other thing is that I don't know, it seems blockchains aren't inherently scalable. So that's something that like we have to kind of figure out.
In terms of the wearing and the utility, I think it's interesting because for some people that doesn't matter. You know, for some people they're collectors and they want to own a piece of your story. And I think that's really, if you're going to be a designer in Web3, like that's really what you have to think about.
Every collection we do, we form it around like a real world cause. And so our cause right now is e-waste. It's like this massive problem that we kind of all forget about. It's kind of ironic that we're doing digital fashion with e-waste. But like it's about partnering, promoting, and then funding that problem. So we are partnering with like a nonprofit. We then allocate like a percentage of our future sales. We're still developing our collection to like fix the problem. And then also we communicate about the problem, share the facts. This is what it is.
When we call ourselves decentralized, we have zero, like it's not about aesthetic. It's not about your style at all. It's about a shared vision. And I think like for all designers, fashion or not, it's like, you know, having a vision to create, you know, that you can stay independent, that you can create freely, that you find your audience, that you find your people, and that there's a way to do that. There's a framework to do that.
Brands are definitely interested in the metaverse as a way to make like more profit and just kind of take what they're doing digitally and replicate it. But I'm like, why would we make the same mistakes that we're already making physically and just like double that in a digital space?
And by the way, AR can bring a lot of opportunities for marketing. Customers can try it on without buying it.
Digital fashion is sort of the fabulous cherry on top of everything that is about the digitization of the industry.
People are collecting what you're putting out, and it's like your story as an artist actually trumps, you know, like that's what they're collecting. They're collecting your story and kind of the potential of what your items can be.
It's going to be really exciting to see how this technology evolves. We're going to look back one day and say that was just the dark ages of digital fashion.
We just need to sit, relax, and just watch how it will go.
I hope the fashion industry like starts to embrace these new things. I think, yeah, it's important to not like villainize. It's not just to like not pretend you know everything. It's to be super open.
So decentralization means that everyone is kind of has that same vision, you know, and if we all have that same vision, we'll help make it happen for everyone else, you know.